But if we let children be themselves, if we nurture them, if we connect with them, they are already ready to take a lot of stuff. And I don't really mean business, but developing cognitive skills, developing speech skills. We should not introduce them to screen, taking them to sand pits. There are a lot of such activities which we can do with children at a very early age. A lot of time people will say that, you need to hustle a lot to get to a certain stage, you need to hustle a lot. But I feel hustle with randomness is of no use. So you need to have a goal, you need to know how to work smart, you need to have network. That child is never the problem, the system around them is. So we have to work on that. Okay, so that's what I would.
Hello, I am Trupti from Bharat 2.0 Conclave, an initiative organized by the Enterprise World and Business Viewpoint. And I have with me Mrs. Sonal Babbar Bharadwaj. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
How's your experience at Bharat 2.0 Conclave?
Yeah, it's going very well. So I feel personally, I've been to a lot, I can hold it. Okay. I've been to multiple events, and this is one of those events where I felt it is quite interactive. I didn't really feel there are a lot of barriers that people can't talk to each other. So during one of our interactions only, I had some parents come to us, talk about what we do. Yeah. So in that sense, I feel it gives a very fair platform. So yeah, quite happy to be here and can I be participating further.
And how does Bharat 2.0 represent to you as a leader? What do you think it matters today for leaders?
Yes, so to be very honest, the entire name Bharat 2.0, the leader, all of that really connects with what we do. At VIRAA, we work with children. It's all related to mothers, to children, their growth, their nutrition. So we're talking about the next Bharat only in my own company. And this platform also gives us the same connection. When we talk about leaders, I feel one of the first thing for a leader is to be ready for the changing world, for the changing India. And the second thing is to make sure they keep working on it. So as a leader, these are the two qualities to have. And that's what I would want every Bharat 2.0 leader and the future child to have.
Interesting. What is the toughest lesson from your business journey so far?
Yeah, so I feel this also a lot of startups might connect with. So whatever you start your company with, whatever you have your thought as a problem statement, not necessarily your customer feels the same. Even if they are stuck in the same thing, they will not necessarily know how to articulate it. They will not necessarily be in that mind frame to share that problem with you. Why? Because in our case, like we are working with parents. I'm working with a mother who's been really tired. It's 2 a.m. She's feeding her child. She's really low. So she needs help. So there's a lot of skill in my company. But a major thing which we've learned is that we have to work with a lot of empathy. And that part is something which we are learning because the people we work with, you need a lot of empathy to work with them. And that is one thing as a problem I feel like we have to overcome, that it doesn't have to be just the business mindset. It also has like the business intelligence. You also need emotional intelligence. So that's the second segment we've been working on.
Yes. So clearly these qualities like empathy, sympathy, these things have shaped you as a leader.
Yes, so, absolutely.
And what do you think that upcoming leaders, how they can take insights from this and how do they develop empathy between them? Because as a woman leader, that's very important.
Yeah, of course. Firstly, I would say as a woman, to every woman, even to yourself, we already have a lot of emotional intelligence. Unfortunately, society pitches it to us that that's our vulnerability, that's our drawback. That's not true.
Yes.
So being vulnerable is never a drawback. So please, as a woman, realize that whatever ups and downs you have during your menstrual cycle and you still show up to work, that is your strength. So all of this we already have inbuilt. It's just that the system doesn't support you. So imagine amount of brainwashing it would have taken for a woman who births a child but still feels that she's weak. This is the most epitome of human experience. आप इससे ऊपर दर्द सही नहीं सकते. तो अगर वो कोई सह के ये महसूस करे कि अरे मैं कमजोर हूँ. So it is such a huge brainstorming, brainwashing session, I would say, which has been taking place, not because the society is bad, but because I think they're not really equipped to deal with women leaders who have both a strong mind and a strong heart. And I know I don't want to make it sound like a shift between women and men. They're pretty much coming together. But specifically to women leaders, please make sure that you already have these things inside you. You have to believe that this is your strength and not your weakness. And that's the main thing. And just don't change yourself. That's the main thing.
Right. What is one opportunity in Bharat that people are still underestimating?
Yeah, I think one of the opportunities which people are still underestimating is there's a lot of love for children, but what people are not realizing that they're really smart. Children are really smart. So they are our opportunity from the day they are born, basically. So we can nurture them and we can bring them to the next level just by letting them be themselves, learning to connect with them. This is also my profession, so that's, of course, I'm little possessive about it. But if we let children be themselves, if we nurture them, if we connect with them, they are already ready to take a lot of stuff. And I don't really mean business, but developing cognitive skills, developing speech skills. We should not introduce them to screen, taking them to sandpits. There are a lot of such activities which we can do with children at a very early age. We don't need to wait for them to become 10 years and 11 years and then take them to the academy. So opportunity is that we have to kind of leverage our child growth system in a way that we understand children, we connect with them, we let them be themselves, and we actually change the system around them and not the other way around.
Okay.
So that's very important, because a lot of times what I feel, we are ready to change the child. इस बच्चे में कुछ प्रॉब्लम है मैडम, ये बच्चा नहीं ऐसा कर रहा. वी ऑल्सो कम फ्रॉम दैट स्कूलिंग सिस्टम वेरी लाइक मैडम आप ठीक कर दीजिए बच्चे को, एज इफ द चाइल्ड इज देयर समथिंग रॉन्ग विद द चाइल्ड. दैट इज नॉट ट्रू. We have been conditioned, they are in their purest form, and I don't mean to say from a mythological Bhagwan perspective कि वो सबसे pure हैं. Which they are. I am telling you from a brain capacity perspective, from a vision, from curiosity perspective, they are clean. उनको हर चीज़ की curiosity है, हर चीज़ के लिए वो inquisitive हैं. तो we are the ones who are primed. So we have to make sure that we unlearn while we are bringing them up, and we give them the platform sooner.
Okay.
And that's the answer basically to your question.
Yes.
But it's very heartfelt, so I'm taking longer.
Cool.
Yeah, so that's basically what I want.
Okay, so as you spoke about children and like their purest mindset and
Yeah.
their heart.
Yeah.
So what do you think that do you think Bharat 2.0 Conclave platforms are actually making opportunities for these upcoming generations, and
Yeah.
how helpful they are for the children of next generation also?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. So I feel yes, as I said, the name itself is bang on. Bharat 2.0. Firstly, it gives a platform to companies like us. We get the voice, we get the platform. Not just us, a lot of other companies who are working in AI, a lot of other companies who are working with software development, a lot of other companies who are, kind of giving this platform to so many newcomers. They are also the next generation. And answering the question for children, yes, the trickle-down effect takes time, but the more open the platform it creates, which Bharat Conclave does, the better it is for us. We get to know each other, we get to know establishments, and hence I feel and hope that the platform gets clearer for the children to grow.
Yes. So speaking about children, what are the predictions you have about Bharat's children in the next 5 to 10 years?
Yeah, so I feel one of the things we have to keep in mind that we have had a very competitive education system. So we've really worked on their minds. We've worked on training their minds. They're very competitive. We also, and from our times are very competitive. We can navigate. Once you leave India and you go to other countries, which is what my profile is. I've not been in India, just in India. You will see that you're very much resilient. You're very, perseverant. There's a lot of, as I said, there's a lot of intelligence which we have. So that's the good part. So I feel the next part which we have to work on and which we kind of have to give the platform to children and via the platform is that we have to give that inner strength, that there is a thing of your own understanding of a situation. There is a thing of having your own accent. There is a thing of knowing multiple languages. There is a thing of having a certain body type. There's a thing of having a certain color. So all of this comprises in countries which are closer to equator, which is what we are. So being confident in that as the next generation is very important.
Yes.
You cannot come up as a leader if you are submissive in nature.
Okay.
And a lot of time the submissive attitude is generated because of physical attributes, how you are seen. So I feel we need to get out of that. And that is just something as a country, as I said. So coming back to your previous question also, Conclave gives you that platform. You have professionals from all across the country come through. They share their, learnings, having different experiences, and that's what our child does. In our case, our child is already part of it. So I feel that part is what we have to make sure that we sharpen, that how we are, and we stick to that. We stick to the roots. Otherwise, we're pretty good.
Okay. So do you think Bharat's business world is ready for this generation, for these children?
Yeah, so I feel, I think ready. Honestly, I feel we still need to get ready. Not just because there's something wrong with it, but that's part of intelligence. The day you say, I know it all, you're no longer intelligent. So the only pact to stay intelligent is to keep learning. So I feel we have to evolve, we have to get better. One of the things which I want, I'm going to add up both the previous question and this question is, which I feel India should be ready, connecting it kind of with how we feel, nutrition. It is very, very important, because for my children who I work with or otherwise, it's very important that they themselves know as education system that this is what their body needs and this is what they need to grow in. Same goes for the system. The system has to be ready that they are in their finest form. You look at our cricket team, you look at our women's cricket team, you look at our men's cricket team. They are an elite category primarily because of fitness. Not that India lacked skill. We've had our Sachin Tendulkar, we'll have our Sunil Gavaskar. Not that India lacked in skill. India did lack in fitness. So I feel the next part for us as a country is to make sure that we educate ourselves about nutrition. We impart that education to children. And from there on, I feel that we are more and more ready for the next generation.
Now we'll move to the rapid fire question.
Yeah, sure.
One overrated or underrated leadership quality?
Yeah, I think one of the overrated qualities is hustle. A lot of time people will say that, you need to hustle a lot to get to a certain stage, you need to hustle a lot. But I feel hustle with randomness is of no use. So you need to have a goal, you need to know how to work smart, you need to have network. So from my side, hustle is an overrated thing. And hustle with goal and hustle with more like a plan is what you need. Not just hustling around.
Which is the one go-to movie or the web series you would like to watch in your free time?
Yeah, so one movie which we are really fond of as an entire company, including my husband, is Tare Zameen Par. I think that movie was beyond its time. It was so beautifully made, and it kind of sums what VIRAA does, that child is never the problem, the system around them is. So we have to work on that. Okay, so that's what I go. And I miss saying the underrated, overrated, right? Underrated one. So I feel the underrated one, I'll just cover that. I feel patience and perseverance is underrated. It takes time. It takes a lot of time. It doesn't come with your own time definition. So you need that.
Yes. One leader you would like to have coffee with. It could be from any industry or the field.
Yeah, so there are few, but personally, we really like Sudha Krishnamurthy. We really like how she is, So I feel like she is what I would want the leaders to look like and feel like when they're on any national, international platform. It's beautiful to see her. She's clear with her words. She is how she is. She's very good with her attire. She's very honest. She very honestly talks about Mr. Krishnamurthy. So none of the conversations which she does or how she presents herself is very clean, is very genuine. And I feel she's cutting out all the drama. We don't see a lot of drama in her presenting herself. So I would really like to learn from her.
Okay. One reason you think leaders should attend Business 2.0 Conclave?
Yeah, so I feel I'm going to go back to the previous answer. Firstly, it gives a very fair platform, very interactive, like this session, talking with you, also attending. I feel like that's a very good setup. Second, I feel, it's kind of like our duty. Once you're a leader, you need to find the right platforms. We really like this platform. So we'll be keep coming again. And third is network. So you need to get to know the right people, you need to make the right connection, and that's what we are trying to do here.
Yes. One piece of advice you would like to give to upcoming leaders?
Yeah, so I'm going to go back to the underrated quality. I feel like you have to make sure that when you are starting off something as a startup or whatever, or you're leading another company, patience and perseverance are really, really needed. They're really needed from the get-go to the toughest times. There's not much predictability which you can create in the entire system. So as a leader, please keep learning. While you're learning, stay patient and keep persevering while you're implementing.
Okay. That was very lovely.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it was Sonal Babbar Bharadwaj with us, and it was amazing to know her, to talk to her. And thank you so much, ma'am, for having here. And we hope you very, very good luck and all the best for your upcoming journey.
Yes, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you.
Have a nice time.
Thank you, ma'am.